Well, here's another half-assed thing that they did. When we moved in, the hydrant leaked. So what I did was I put this 2-way splitter on it temporarily to keep it from leaking for the summer, but I forgot about it until yesterday. It wouldn't work for the winter because it would end up freezing and bursting. So we hired a plumber to come out and just replace the head on it, because I thought that you could just replace the head. Maybe you could have. Maybe. But the reason why it was leaking is because this thing was broken. Down at the base. Or at least I think that's, I don't know. I'm not a plumber, so I don't know 100%. But, I guess they used a cheapo one of these. The one I got at Kaplinger, I sprinted, a couple $100 for. And apparently this is just like a $50 cheapo. And it only lasted 5 years. About 5 years, because they basically started buying this place from George and Valerie in 2020, and it's 2025 now, so it's about 4 to 5 years. Anyway, but from what I understand and what I did at Kaplinger is you're supposed to put a bucket at the bottom of this spigot and fill it with rocks and surround it with fabric or plastic so that the water can seep out, but dirt and debris can't get back in, and obviously they didn't do that. So yeah. And I don't know why they put this T-post in here, I guess to stabilize it. But if you do it right with the bucket and everything, you don't really need this T-post to stabilize it, because the bucket will stabilize it. So, I mean, the guy said he's going to leave the T-post in there, so maybe he'll put the T-post in the bucket. But that doesn't really make sense to me. I don't know. This plumber says he's going to do it the right way, which is cool. And so he's off to get a new hydrant right now. And so that's why I'm doing my video. Another thing, going back to the well house, the pump house, I was talking about that yesterday. I did a video on that yesterday. Because they didn't do a proper insulation job and construction job for that matter, and they didn't do a proper heating job in this pump house. Things got compromised, and so now we got to spend extra money to fix it right. But like I said in the last video, we saved a lot of money on this property. So the money we saved will go into fixing all the half-assed crap that they did, that they should have did right in the first place. So the property is going to cost us money, but the money we saved will make up for it. So it's a win for us, but yeah, see, here's a box from the heat lamp that they had in here. The heat lamp, I guess, is what burned this. Then they had one of those electric fan ones that are fire hazards. They had it sitting right there. But I got rid of it, and I got these oil ones in here now. They're a lot safer. there's Dirt Girl. Izzy. She's always dirty. She loves to roll around in the dirt. She's like a chicken. She dust baths. But anyway, so he's gonna fix this because it's leaking. And you know, when we was turning it on and off, you can see right there. And I think there's a problem over here too. But right now he's just gonna bypass this and fix this. And then oh yeah, we got the water shut off. So right now that's just water pressure from the bladder. So the pump is shut off. But he's gonna bypass that and fix that for now. And then we're gonna have him come back in the spring and upgrade it. And when we do that, on this back wall, I'm gonna have potentially, I'm gonna have it set up where it's gonna have like a 2 or 3 stage water filtration system with a cloth filter and a charcoal filter. There's another filter, but I can't remember what it does. But I'm gonna have at least a 2-stage water full house water filtration system in here. And we'll put it here on this back wall probably, since the electric's over there. Or maybe even move this over there and then put the filters over here. That way I can, well, either way, it's easy to get in here to change the filters when necessary. But anyhow, yeah, and I'm also going to have an electrician come in and put in a couple extra plugs as well. That way, I can run this, you know, different things off of here besides, because right now, temporarily, I had to unplug the security camera to plug these heaters in. So that's why I need at least 3 plugs. So like I said, I'm going to have the electrician come out and put me in another plug. I could do it, but I'd rather it be done more professionally. I don't do things half-assed, but I don't do things as maybe professionally as a licensed electrician would. I've gotten to school for electrical work 30 years ago, and I pretty much know what I'm doing. But I'd rather just hire somebody to do it better, if that makes sense. Because I don't like things to be done half-assed. So, yeah. Anyways, so I'm going to have another plug put in, maybe up here. And then, or over there, I don't know. And have all this done better. Because they just kind of did a half-assed job putting all this together. And I want it done more professionally. I'm going to redo the outside, make it more insulated. So we really only need 1 or 2 of these in here. But I really want 4 plugs in here. Because also I want to be able to put a light in here. Because when I redo the outside, I'm going to have a roof over this. And we're not going to have any sunlight coming in during the day. So, but we won't have any heat leaving the building during the day either. So, or, you know, during the night when it's supposed to be, you know, below 0 and we got these heaters going and all the heat's escaping out the ceiling. So that's not good. So I'm going to build up and around this, and I'm going to insulate all of this dome area. And then that'll keep the heat in. And but then I'll need a light in here during the day, so I'll put in a light, maybe put in some rafters here, maybe insulate that too, and then put in a light right here so we can see what we're doing in here. And maybe in the winter, you know, I can have a heat lamp in here. And then that'll add extra heat as well. But I probably won't do that because I'd want it on a thermostat. But I mean, I could put a heat lamp light bulb in that so that when we're in here and I flip the switch to turn it on, then we have that extra heat coming from that heat lamp light. But then in the summer, I'd probably change it out for just a regular light bulb. So I might do that. But anyways, yeah. So this is going to be all beefed up next year. We'll have the property in our name next month. We'll have a water filtration system in here next year. Don't really need to do soft water because I don't think our water is really that hard. It's just kind of rusty and kind of sulfury, which sulfur is not too bad, and sulfur is good for you. And the sulfur level here is not that bad, so we lucked out on that. It's just kind of rusty because the well probably has a steel casing instead of a plastic casing. And so we're getting some rust from that. Which, you know, a little bit of rust it doesn't hurt anybody. I mean, unless it's considered a heavy metal that's not good for you. I don't know. I'll have to look into that. But there's herbs and stuff you can take to get heavy metals out of the body. But that extra mineral might actually be good for us. I don't know. But it does stain things. Stain the shower. Pump house. So, yeah. So we're getting a new hydrant today. And,
things are improving around here.
Yeah. Well, we're going to get a better quality one. And it's going to be done up right.
No more Delaney
half-ass bullshit. So, yeah.
I mean, they probably just like threw it in the fucking ground and didn't care.
Well, whoever they paid, they probably just went the cheapest route. Oh, he broke his shovel.
Yeah, that's what he had to go get.
Well, he probably had to get one of those too. Oh, he broke one of his shovels. He's got a fiberglass
I
one.
was going to show you those lights I was talking about from the trees.
All right, gotta go.
To go back to the pig yard. Pig yard, the guinea yard, the animal.
The next day.
Well, I'm not getting other things done that I wanted to get done. The plumber messed everything up. So, I guess I'll work on this truck. I don't know what's wrong with it. But, I was gonna retire it, but people talked me out of retiring it. It's been a good truck for a long time, but now I just, it's old, and, it's been having, like, problems with it not wanting to start for a while, off and on issues. That's why I have this Jimmy rig wiring thing. But somebody half-assed Jerry rigged it, and so I was like, well, that's not going to cut it. So I rigged it better myself. I had to cut this off my other pickup truck because I can't buy one. And that's the other problem. It's hard to find parts for this thing. But if I get that other pickup truck up and running, then I gotta go find another one of those because I took the part off of it to get this running. But anyway, so I'm gonna do a tune-up on it, and maybe that's the problem. But I don't know. I just don't know. So, but yeah, the problem with the plumber, he replaced that that hydrant. And he didn't quite do it like I wanted him to, and like he said he was gonna do it, so I'm kind of disappointed about that. But I don't know, I just, you know, it's an emergency, whatever. But he kind of fucked up and got dirt in the line, and then whenever he came down here to fix that valve, because that valve was leaking in the pump house, he when he cut it loose or cut it off to replace it, it back pressure, I guess you call it, caused the dirt to go further into the lines. And so when he took this apart, basically the gravity fed the dirty water down this line. And then whenever we put it back together and pushed all that dirty water back up into the house, it plugged up all our spigots. So now he has to fix all that. So it's more drama, more problems. But so I'm stuck here. I can't go do the things I was trying to get done this week. Well, I got some of it done. I got this pump house done. But I wanted to get over to Kaplinger and winterize Kaplinger, and everything keeps getting in the way. Kind of like that fence over there on the other property. The neighbor said it wasn't a problem, so I didn't make it a high priority. It was still a priority, but it wasn't a high priority. Things kept getting in the way. And so I just kept putting it off until the guy starts cussing me out for a problem that he said previously wasn't a problem. It's like, hey, you know, don't cuss me out when you just said it wasn't a problem. Now you're cussing me out for a problem that you said wasn't a problem. But anyways, so yeah, so I'm probably not going to get a chance to get over to Kaplinger and winterize till next time I'm home, which will be Thanksgiving, because of this. It's always something. But so I'm stuck here. Can't go over there yet because Laura's got to work today. So I'll probably rip this apart and see if I can't get this up and running today. You know, it's another thing that's been put on the back burner. And now I got time to do it because I can't go do something else that I need to do. So make use of my time. Well, good news and bad news. Well, Jeff's not back yet. He's testing the coil, see what the problem is. Good news is we got the water running. Bad news is they messed it up in the first place and then charged us an extra $100 to fix their mistake. But they lost money on this whole thing, so I didn't really mind paying the extra $100 because at least they came back out to try to fix their mistake. And so I was going to give them a $30 tip because that's all I had cash anyway. I was going to give them an extra $30 for their integrity to come out and fix their mistake. but they charged me an extra 100. But then again, they did replace the guts in the toilet, because so what happened was, and I think I already explained this once, but when he replaced this pipe, he let dirty water, because it was muddy and stuff down in there, so he let dirty water get backed up into the line, and that was his first mistake. Then he went down to the well house, or the pump house, and he replaced the valve down there that was fucked up. And then so when he cut that apart, all the water gravity fed down the line all the way down to the well house. And then when he put it back together and pushed the water up, the water came up and plugged up all of the lines, plugged up the toilet, plugged up the sinks. Hopefully we can still run the dishwasher. We didn't run the washer or the dishwasher, so hopefully nothing got plugged up in there. We probably need to get a new dishwasher anyways. So but they came out, spent a couple hours. What time is it now? 10. They left about 10 o'clock, so they came out about 8, spent an extra 2 hours working on fixing the mistake, plus he spent extra time here last night fixing the mistake that they didn't charge us for. And then he also didn't have a hydrant on hand, so I had to run back to Eldo to get a hydrant and then come back, and he didn't charge us for that. So it didn't hurt me really. It didn't hurt us really to pay him an extra $100. So I still offered the extra $30 tip, and they turned it down. So at least they had some sort of integrity, so that's cool. So we got new guts for the toilet, which probably needed to be replaced anyways, and they cleared the lines. Oh, and the shower got plugged up too, but they cleared everything out, and everything should be supposedly running. The only complaint I have is they didn't do the hydrant the way I wanted them to do. They didn't do the bucket thing like I did at Kaplinger. He said he was going to, and then he didn't. So that's my really biggest complaint. But at least they righted their wrong with their mistake in coming back and fixing their mishaps. Some people don't give a crap and would have just said fuck it and left us with a problem. And you know, it's like, but we didn't pay them until today. If I would have paid them last night, who knows if he would have came back today. So we paid him today when he came back out, and but everything's working, so there's that. And this was an emergency, had to be done because winter's coming. I'll probably pay somebody to come in and do it right next year, or I'll dig it up and do it right myself. I don't know, we'll see. Because I mean, I know how to do it. It's just I don't have the time. So the other bad news is I still wasn't able to get my truck started. The neighbor came over to try to help because he used to work at the Chevy plant, so he knows a little bit about cars. But not a lot. So my truck still ain't running, so I'll probably just have to take it to a mechanic. But I also still haven't changed the spark plugs. So I got to go to Kaplinger to finish winterizing Kaplinger. While I'm there, I'll find my spark plug socket, and I'll change the spark plugs. Oh, that one might not have been on all the way. I'll change the spark plugs, and if it still won't start, then I'll take it to somebody who knows what the heck they're doing. But yeah, I'm thinking about just using this as my mule for the land. Just, you know, drive around and get stuff done around here if I can get it running. Laura's got her UTV Kawasaki mule. And so I thought about just fixing this up and turning it into my mule and just keep it here on the land. I was going to retire it, but one of my mechanics says, oh no, these are good trucks. And it used to be. It used to be. But I don't know anymore. But if I can get it running, I'm not going to... I canceled the insurance and I didn't renew the tags on it. So, but if I can get it running, I'll just use it around here as a mule. So yeah, tags expired in September. I was going to go get the inspection and renew it, but I couldn't get it started. And then I was like, forget it. I got this new Chevy. And I still got that old Dodge. And I figured I'd just retire it. But I have 2 parts trucks on my other property. So what I'm going to do is just take this to my mechanic and the 2 parts trucks. Actually, I got another truck. It's a V8. I'm going to probably take all 4 Dakotas to my mechanic and say, hey, get these 2 running. And you can use these other 2 for parts. And when you're done, I'll come back and pick them all up. And, yeah. Anyways, Jeff's back. He's going to try and help me figure out what the problem is. He's smarter than I am when it comes to cars.
Not much. Not these things. There's something in the 70s.
70s. This is almost 70s. It's 80s.
Yeah.